What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some Moto Z Play benchmark scores. I know that in today's age all phones are good and you really don't need to base your purchase on benchmarks, but for those of you out there that like to know the benchmark scores, this is for you guys. And as you guys saw, the phone was at 100%, and the series of tests will be Antutu 3D and Geekbench 4 and then 3D Mark, and then we'll finish it off with a speed test to see how fast it downloads stuff. And as you guys saw, the phone is at 100%. And if you guys were wondering, I also did this test on my OnePlus 5, so you guys should check that out. And I believe I also did it on, no, I haven't done it on my S7 Edge, which is next. And so I'll just try to fast forward through these tests and then show you guys the scores. Most of them were pretty low, but I mean, if you guys check out my Moto Z Play gaming test video, you guys can see that this phone doesn't slouch down when playing highly graphic intensive games. It's up there with some of the best phones with the newest processors and more RAM. And these benchmark scores just really stress the CPU and the GPU, but they don't really mean much in real world because you're not going to be doing like running these type of tests unless you're doing some really crazy stuff. But for most casual people and some hardcore gamers will like the Moto Z Play. Personally, it is a phone that brought me back to Android, because before I used to like iOS more, but the stock Android, the nice little features, the amazing battery is what keeps me coming to the Moto Z Play. Alright, so enough of me talking. Let me show you guys what the scores are. Alright guys, now that the test is over, as you guys can see, the single core score is 834 and the multi-core score is 4209. These scores are pretty low, but it does have a 625 Snapdragon processor with 3 gigs of RAM. Not the latest flagship specs like the OnePlus 5 or the Galaxy S8, but the phone performs well. Like, don't trust these benchmark scores. They don't mean the phone is bad or anything. Like, I can vouch for this phone. This phone is good. It's a really good phone. Compared to my OnePlus 5, which got like a 2000 single core and then a 6000 something multi-core score, it does seem low. But let's just jump into the next test, which is the Antutu 3D benchmark. And let's get that started, and I'll show you guys what the score is once it's done. Alright guys, the test is over. As you can see, it is 61,487 with a score on 3D at 12,927, and there are the rest of the scores there, as you can see on the screen. My OnePlus 5 got around 168,000 or around there, I'm not sure. But let's just hop into the next test, which is 3D Mark. I will be doing the Slingshot Extreme benchmark to show you guys how that performs. And in this benchmark, the Moto Z Play is where it suffered the most. And my OnePlus 5, it was able to run semi smoothly, but not 60 FPS. But on here, I think it was averaging around 30. And then in certain sections of the test, it was around 2 frames. You guys are going to see the results later on, and I'll just show you guys them when it's over. Alright guys, the Slingshot Extreme test is over, and as you guys can see, the score is 462, and this is where the Moto Z Play failed a lot, and it got 462 for the Slingshot Extreme, 379 for the graphics score, and 2010 for the physics score, and 2.8 FPS. I rounded up to 3 FPS on the graphics test 1, and as you guys can see, 1.2 on the second test. Physics 37.5 FPS, almost 40. Physics section 2, 20 FPS. Physics section 3, 11 FPS, almost 12. And now we're just gonna jump into the speedtest.net app, and we're gonna run a quick speed test. And my my internet provider is Comcast with 200 megabytes down. But it is prime time right now, and they claim that when it's around heavy network usage, your speeds may decrease, which is something they always say happens. But as you can see, I am getting almost 57.28 for the download, and then 11 for the upload. And I think it may have something to do with my router not letting all of my devices get the proper internet, because it prioritizes like my computer and then my gaming systems instead of a phone, and it just gives it normal access. But as you guys can see, we were at 100%, and now we have dropped to 97%. In around, I believe these tests took around 20 minutes, 25 minutes running all these tests. 25 minutes. So it did better than my OnePlus 5 in terms of battery life. But that concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.